Hey guys, this is Karen from Curl House, and today on Curl Talk with Karen, we are going to talk about a healthy scalp. So before we get started, turn on your notifications and subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss a video. So on today, I want to talk to you more about scalp care. I know there's a lot of emphasis on how do I grow my hair out long, how do I have healthy hair, but the foundation of healthy hair is a healthy scalp. This is a picture of one of my clients. This is what you may see when you part your hair and when you look at your scalp yourself. This is what you may see. However, this is what I see. Now, what you're looking at is a picture from a scope picture. So we use like a magnifying lens, an instrument which magnifies the scalp so that you could see it more. So this is really what your scalp may look like when it is not cleansed regularly. So you can tell that in this picture that this person's scalp needs to be cleansed. And a lot of times with our scalp it's probably worse than what it looks like when you see it if you're not cleansing your hair regularly. So tip number one is to clean your hair. So shampoo is really designed for the scalp. So when I say clean your hair, I mean really cleanse the scalp. When you put shampoo on your scalp, it's naturally going to get on your hair anyway. But when you're using your shampoo, focus on your scalp. Oil builds up on your scalp, hair products that we use, dirt, all of that stuff can clog the pores, which can create irritation on the scalp, and that can compromise the health of your hair that's coming through your hair follicle. Therefore, it's very important that you cleanse your scalp. Without frequent cleansing, sometimes you can have fungus and bacteria that builds up on the scalp, and that will compromise the overall health of your hair. So it is very important that you cleanse your hair regularly. I generally recommend you cleanse your hair and scalp at least about once a week. Some people may need to cleanse more often. Some people may stretch it out a little longer. But generally about once a week is how often that I recommend that you cleanse your scalp. And also that is contingent upon the hairstyle that you have as well. Loose natural women can cleanse their hair more frequently. If you have sister locks, for example, because I do have sister locks, when you have sister locks, when you are starting your sister locks, you may not be able to cleanse your scalp as frequently when you're going through the initial process of your hair locking. So I'm not talking about that, but I'm just talking about general loose hair where you can access your scalp more frequently. Cleanse your scalp more frequently. Now, when you are cleansing, I do recommend that you use a sulfate-free shampoo, something that's not harsh with sulfate. Sulfate is the ingredient in shampoo that makes it suds up, but it's also the ingredient that strips your hair of its natural oil. So stay away from harsh chemicals in shampoos when you do cleanse your hair. Tip number two, moisture and oils. So your scalp has sebaceous glands. So that is the gland that produces sebum. The sebum is what actually lubricates your scalp and your hair. If you are cleansing your hair too often, you do run the risk of stripping the natural oils from your scalp. And that's going to make your hair more dry and more prone to breakage. That is why I do not recommend that you cleanse your hair with the shampoo every day, because you do run the risk of stripping its natural oils and So if you do have dry scalp, for example, you can add an oil to your scalp, such as jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is the oil that mimics the natural sebum that your scalp produces, so that you can put jojoba oil on your scalp, for example. Or you can put humectants on your scalp, water and glycerin mixes. That's a humectant. You can even add a humectant such as Kogan grass, which is a humectant that is one of the most powerful humectants, in that it will definitely keep your hair hydrated, your hair and scalp hydrated very, very long. So you can put oils on your scalp to enhance the moisture on your scalp. But in general, what I always recommend is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Your scalp naturally produces sebum, so if your scalp doesn't feel dry, if it doesn't feel tight, if it's not itchy, then you don't have to put anything on your scalp. Your scalp is fine. It's also important that you consider what you eat in terms of moisture too. I always recommend that you drink plenty of water, half your body weight in water. When your body is hydrated, your scalp is hydrated as well. Number 3, blood circulation. So blood circulation brings oxygen and nutrients to the hair follicle. Therefore, that is essential for growth. You can increase the blood circulation to your scalp by exercise, cardio, yoga, even stretching helps to increase blood circulation to the scalp. Or you can also use some essential oils such as rosemary oil. That's an essential oil that increases blood circulation. Plant extracts such as ginseng root, for example, or even sage increases with blood circulation. So blood circulation is very important to a healthy scalp. You can also increase blood circulation through scalp massages. You can give yourself a scalp massage for a few minutes every day to increase blood circulation to the scalp. I also want you to think about blood circulation. Think about it as the blood circulation is like the fertilizer for a plant. So once the plant is fertilized, then it will grow. So speaking of plants, I had a conversation with my husband last night, and we were looking at this plant in the house. It's a palm tree that I had to have. I'm not a plant person, but I had to have this plant to put in the house. So as we were talking about it, because I'm a hair and scalp person, of course, I had to relate the plant to the scalp. So take a look at this video, and this is going to further explain why the scalp needs to be healthy in order for your hair to be healthy. Okay, let's take this palm tree. This palm tree is in my house, and it did not look like this when I first got it. It had far more leaves. It was green. Now this is what it looks like. I know it looks pretty sad. I do not have a green thumb at all, but I give this palm tree just the basics. So I water it once a week. Sometimes I forget, but I water it regularly, and I open up the blinds to give it sunlight. But that is just the basics. That's not enough. Again, I don't water it every week. I water it when I feel like it, and I give it some sunlight. But that's it. But clearly, that's not enough for this poor palm tree. The soil would be comparable to your scalp. The soil doesn't have the nutrients it needs as well to sustain the health of the palm tree. So just like your hair, when your scalp doesn't have the nutrients it needs, you can do the basics, which is what most of us do, and your hair will grow, but your hair may not grow out full and strong. It may grow in weak and brittle and break off, very similar to this palm tree. So this palm tree needs more than a little bit of water occasionally and some sunlight. It needs more than that. The soil, this is where the palm tree gets its nutrients. And you can clearly see this soil is dry, it's nutrient deficient. And as a result, my poor palm tree looks like this. At some point I will bring it back to life, but I'll get around to it. But this is similar to your hair and scalp. If you do not give your scalp and your hair, if you do not give your scalp what it needs, if you do not cleanse your scalp, if you do not keep your scalp moisturized, then this is what your scalp will resemble: dry, brittle, and breaking hair. Well, I hope that little plant demonstration gives you a better understanding why it's important for your scalp to be healthy in order for your hair to be healthy. So until we talk again, stay fabulous.